And Brad Raffensperger, Georgia's Secretary of State who stood up to Donald Trump after the 2020 election, has announced he's running for governor in 2026. His entry shakes up an already crowded and contentious race. Here's what you need to know.
Raffensperger, a Republican and wealthy engineering entrepreneur, first won the Secretary of State's office in 2018. He became nationally known after the 2020 election when he resisted pressure from then-President Trump to overturn Georgia's results. That moment made him a controversial figure within his own party. In his announcement, Raffensperger pledged a bold conservative agenda, including eliminating the state income tax, capping property taxes for seniors, banning puberty-blocking drugs for minors, and removing what he calls woke curriculums from schools. He also vowed to work on jobs, immigration enforcement, and public safety. Raffensperger faces a tough Republican primary. Other major candidates include Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones, who has Trump's backing, and Attorney General Chris Carr, who sided with Raffensperger in 2020. Several lesser-known Republicans are also running. On the Democratic side, former Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, State Senator Jason Esteves, and former Labor Commissioner Michael Thurmond are in the field. And former GOP Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan recently switched parties to run as a Democrat.
Raffensperger's refusal to find 11,780 votes for Trump in their now famous phone call cemented him as a national figure. He later wrote about death threats and personal attacks in his book Integrity Counts. That break with Trump remains central to his political identity and could define the 2026 race.
Georgia's Republican Party even voted in June to try to ban Raffensperger from running under its banner. Party leaders admitted that may not hold legally, but it highlights his rocky standing with Trump loyalists. In 2022, Raffensperger survived a Trump-backed primary challenge, winning re-election as Secretary of State. At 70 years old, Raffensperger brings name recognition, a reputation for sticking to the law, and significant personal wealth after selling his company in 2023. Those resources give him flexibility to finance a competitive statewide campaign.
The Georgia governor's race is expected to revolve around tax policy, education, healthcare, and Trump's continued influence on the GOP. Raffensperger hopes to appeal to business-minded conservatives while holding on to a conservative policy platform.
The primary is still nearly a year away, but fundraising, endorsements, and early polling will set the tone. With Trump already endorsing Burt Jones, Raffensperger faces an uphill battle to persuade Republican voters.
Brad Raffensperger's candidacy ensures Georgia's 2026 governor's race will be one of the nation's most closely watched. The question is whether Republican voters will reward him for his independence or punish him for defying Trump.